In this video, let's look at Lightroom's published services found in the library module over here on the left side panel. Let me open that up. We see hard drive, Behance, Facebook, Flickr, and you can find more services online by selecting here. Let's go through the process of setting up an account with Facebook, and this will allow me to take my images straight from Lightroom into Facebook without having to export the images and manually place them into Facebook. So I'm going to come up here to where it says Facebook. Now, I've already started the process, but normally it will say setup here. But because I've already started it, setup is missing. I'm going to right-click here and edit settings. This will bring up the same Lightroom Publishing Manager that I would see if I was just starting out with the setup process. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a name. I already have Facebook. I have not authorized this yet to go on to Facebook, and all these different services require you to authorize a relationship between Lightroom and their service. So I'm going to go ahead and select Authorize on Facebook. This is the disclaimer. Basically, I'm going to hit OK, and now it's going to connect me to the internet. You need to be hooked up to the internet to connect to the internet, of course. And I'm in my Facebook page, but I need to then say to Facebook, it's okay, go ahead. And I'll do that by selecting Connect. And now it says here, I've successfully connected my device with Facebook. Now, I missed one step earlier. I didn't want you to know my password and my username, but obviously I had to go through a login process before I got into Facebook in the first place. Okay, so now I'm all set. I have an authorization between Lightroom and Facebook. Let me go through my other options here. I want the Facebook album to go to the timeline photos. And I'm going to move on down here. Facebook title. Set Facebook title using IPTC title. I'll go ahead and use that. I could use file name or just leave it blank. When updating photos, I want to leave the existing title. Under file naming, I've selected rename to, and this is a custom file name that I've created. I like to have my name associated with the file name, so I've created a template that will then change the file name to have my name and a date and then the original file name associated with it. And as far as video goes, yeah, I want to include video files. If I want to put those up on Facebook, I can do that. Under file settings, Facebook only accepts JPEG, so that's my only option. If you're using another service such as SmugMug, you'll have other options under image format. I'm going to go ahead and select quality, just leave it at 80, that's the default. As far as resizing, this is the recommended size, 960 pixels. That's for Facebook again. Another service will have a different recommendation or no recommendation, and you can put whatever you want in there. Output sharpening, I'll go ahead and give it a little bit of output sharpening for the screen because that's where it's going to be seen on Facebook. Amount, I'll go ahead and use a standard amount. I could have done low or high, but standard's fine. Under metadata, include all metadata. If I want, I could just include the copyright only. That's the most important part, in my opinion. So I think I'll go ahead and select that. Now, if I select all metadata, I do have the option to remove location information, which frankly is a really good idea, especially if your camera is including GPS information. There's a privacy issue here. Whether it has GPS information that's been generated by the camera or by you using the map module in Lightroom, you probably want to remove the location information, just like I said, for privacy purposes. Now, as far as watermarking goes, I've created a custom watermark with my copyright symbol in my name. I'll go ahead and use that. And then when I'm set, I can then go ahead and select Save. If I want to delete a service, I just delete it over here on the left side by selecting the service and then Remove. All right, so I'm going to hit Save. Okay, so now I'm ready to publish to Facebook. It's really simple. I select an image over here in the grid view. I click and I drag it into the timeline photos, and now it's ready to be published. It hasn't been published yet. If I right click here, I can select Publish Now, which I'll do. You can see the status report up here in the upper left hand corner, and it's telling me that the updating is now complete. The photograph should be on Facebook. Let's go ahead and go over to Facebook and see if it is or not. Let me go to my photos. Let's go to the timeline because that's where it should be published. So there you go. Now it's published on Facebook. Let's go back over to Lightroom, and you can see under timeline photos it's been published. And if we look over here under comments on the right side panel, it says no comments, but let me go ahead and see if in the short time that I've posted it till now we've gotten any comments. I'm going to click on this little arrow right here. It says refresh comments. Let's see if we have any comments associated with that photograph. This is the fun part about posting to Facebook. We already have one comment. That's quick. Okay, birthday tattoo. Well, maybe. So you can see how easy and actually how fun it is to post images directly from Lightroom into Facebook, but you can post them into any of the other services, your favorite services if you want. And once you've done that once, it's really easy just to keep doing it. And I'll keep a record of all the photographs that I've posted from Lightroom. They'll be located here in my timeline photos. And I think this is just so cool, and it's just one more thing you can do from within the Lightroom environment and have fun.